All right, well, episode 1.
I know.
It feels weird.
It's super
It feels
weird.
good though. It does feel good to be getting it done finally.
There's been a lot of work.
A lot of work put into this. We've been working on a podcast for it's been a couple 3 months. And then, the last 3 weeks, it's been all-consuming of all of our free time.
It's nothing but podcast.
But, hey, I think we've got it.
And today we get to film our first episode when I am hungover off my ass.
Leslie thought it was a good idea to do this at-home wine tasting thing last night. And I was like, oh, that's good. It's not too much drinking. It's just a smart thing.
No, it was supposed to be, super cash.
Okay.
I was not super cash.
You know when you would normally go to a wine tasting, you get like a small little, maybe 2 or 3 sips of wine in the bottom of the glass. Their wine tasting was
half a glass
of wine. Every wine they were tasting.
And there was
like, oh, we got to finish the whole thing.
There were 6, we tasted 12 different bottles of wine.
Yeah, I mean, it was
a lot.
Constant drinking.
I puked once this morning, and I felt a little bit, but I did puke one time.
Yeah.
It was not great.
And I got up this morning ready to work, you know what I mean, get everything ready for today.
And I was passed out in the beanbag in the living room after I dropped the kids off. They did get to school this morning, though.
But hey, we're here. Episode 1 of The Roast of Us. I'm your host, Cody, with my wife, Leslie. We're going to get going with episode 1.
Okay.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know why you sounded so a fish.
Because it is. It's episode 1.
It's casual.
This
is
is
cool.
how we started out. I can't even get through the introduction without
me talking shit about you.
Just the worst, mean, I mean, dang. You didn't even let me get through the introduction.
Well, it's because the introduction was
I guess
cringy.
It makes sense. It's not cringy. What would you do? Go ahead. Take 2 of the introduction. Here goes Leslie's introduction. No, show the people.
Welcome to the Roast of Us.
That's worse. All right.
I'm still stuck on a fish.
It's a fish.
What?
I didn't pick it up anywhere.
I hate that.
What are you talking about?
You hate that?
I hate that.
What is a fish?
It's a fish.
Oh, like official? I thought you was talking about the fish for a minute. I didn't get a fish.
No, it's a fish. It's cash.
Okay.
It's casual.
Yeah.
Fish.
Back to Leslie acting like she's 12. You're almost 30, okay?
We're not talking about me being almost 30.
You're
I'm
almost
not
30.
Almost 30.
You're close
I am still
enough
closer
to 30.
25 than I am to 30.
But not by much.
At this moment.
But not by
Eat
much.
My
closer to 20
Anthony.
or 30. That's how that works.
This is not... What? Take Anthony's mic away. Honestly, at this point.
Already. Get him out.
This is episode 1, and these dweebs are already trying to edge me out of my own podcast. They're get Carlton a mic.
This is why.
So he can chat too.
This is why. My own podcast. You mean our podcast? Sounds a little bit more like you're trying to edge all of us out.
With Cody and Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is your name first, by the way?
You told me to make it that way.
I think you made that up. I think you're lying for clout, and I think that's so fake of you.
Lying for
I think that's hilarious. So
I think you're lying. I think you're lying for clout.
So obviously today on the episode, we're going to talk a lot of shit. We're going to share some fun stories.
Yes.
Talk about our life and what we've been doing and what we've been up to the past, year, kind of on this journey of being on social media, which is still super, super weird.
Yeah, minorly TikTok famous. That's about as far as we've gotten.
Very minorly.
We have some
low
people will recognize us,
fame there.
But that's about it's not like any type of real fame or anything.
No.
But I will say this. It's been fun. It's been completely different, and I never thought I would be doing what I'm doing right now.
No, I never thought we'd be doing a TikTok, social media, let alone a freaking podcast. By the way, y'all go comment on it, leave a review, subscribe. You can find this podcast on anywhere you listen to them. Apple Music. I guess it's Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts. Yeah,
Spotify, iHeart.
Anywhere there's a podcast, we'll be on it. Watch it live every week, Saturday morning. We'll do some TikTok lives while we're filming as well to kind of just let people see the process. We really want to be open with everything, kind of like we've been with all of our content. That's been kind of a lot of our content we've made on TikTok, on Instagram, on anywhere we've made it. It's always kind of been a true, open representation of ourselves, So, but based on the title of this podcast, we're going to start it out with...
Yeah, I'm really glad you found your hat, by the way.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm really glad you were able to find that hat on your own today.
So she's already starting the Let's Talk Shit segment, which is exactly where we're starting. So
No,
go ahead.
I'm really, really glad you're able to find that hat all on your own without my help today. And I think that's really brave and really big boy of you. And I should give you a gold star for being able to do that. Because any other time,
is this just condescending, or are we going to get to the?
No, I'm being condescending for a minute because there's a point here. Any single solitary time you can't find your hat. It's not just the hat, but it's mostly the hats that piss me off because you're literally the only person in the house that wears them. Leslie, do you know where my hat is? No, Cody, I don't know where your stupid fucking hat is. No, I don't know where your hat is. Well, you must have put it somewhere.
No.
When we spent $40 on Amazon to get the hat racks to put inside
hold
of
on
your
a minute.
closet.
Hold on. Are you actually trying? Because this is what happens.
No.
I ask her where my hat is or whatever I'm looking for, and immediately she's like, "Why don't you just look for it yourself?" And I'm like, "I don't know where it is. I can't find it." And
well,
after
you put it
I
where
look
it goes,
for
you
5
find
minutes,
it.
no, after I look for 5 minutes, you're like, "Will you go check on the dresser? It's probably in there." And then it is because that's where you put it.
I did not put the hat there.
Oh,
I don't put your hats anywhere.
Listen.
I don't put your hats
All
anywhere.
right, fine. Let's just use this as a transition to what I was going to talk about anyways. How dirty our room is.
Okay, but you can't talk about the room being dirty in equation to why your hats can't be
Yeah,
somewhere
because you
somewhere.
can't find anything in the room.
No, because you're...
That's what we're talking about.
I own a lot of hats.
A lot of hats. A lot of
it's
hats.
funny, I own probably 20 hats.
More than that.
Well, I wear 15. I have a lot more, but like
Yeah, and again,
on
we
a
spent
consistent
$40
basis.
freaking dollars on stuff from Amazon for the closet for him to hang his stuff up.
$40? Are you kidding me? That's not that much money.
It doesn't
to
matter.
hang
I
hats
spent
up.
the money. Yeah, but you don't hang them up. What's the point
I
of
do.
having them?
Oh
It's
my
still
gosh!
$40.
Listen, we've gone past your segment. Now it's my turn. Now I get to talk about how dirty the room is. All right?
I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
Yeah? Why have you never let me film it?
Because it's embarrassing.
Why don't you let us film it? Yeah, you do care. It is embarrassing because when I tell you that she'll, like, even if we do get down to where we're going to decide to clean it, she doesn't know how to put things up when they're still, like, good.
What
like,
are you talking
clean
about?
clothes. 15, 20 different outfits on the floor that
That's
you
a
went through for
normal
date
thing.
night.
That's a normal
I
thing.
think that's a normal thing for, like, teenagers and like college kids.
Okay,
Like,
we're not
you've
doing
got
this.
5 kids and a mortgage.
Exactly. I have 5 kids, and I do a lot of shit of cleaning up after them and cleaning up in the house, and I don't want to clean the room at the end of the day. I don't want to do it. You clean it.
But it's your stuff.
But you're the only one that
It's
cares
not-
about it being clean. So if you care that much, you should just clean it yourself.
And that's how you work out a marriage. You each of you pull your own weight, and then your husband does the rest.
And then I add some more on top, and then I add some more onto Cody. That's what I do. I just dump all of my problems onto you all the time.
But that's what marriage is about, though. Like, see? Like, we worked it out.
Just
This
call
is
me
therapy.
Lexi.
That's what marriage is about.
You said something, let's see, and it sounded like Lexi.
Oh,
And
Lexi.
you were about to get, I was about to beat your ass on
Leslie.
the podcast. First you call me Hannah.
You're gaslighting yourself into thinking I said a girl's name. I should do that. That would be pretty funny.
You've done that to me already. It's not that funny.
Well, no, but I mean, this is a good thing. Let's talk about how we how do you keep a good marriage? You know what I mean? How do you keep a marriage? I mean, we've been going at it for what, 8 years now, married?
Yeah.
10 years together?
We have our vow renewal coming up. It's really exciting in September. I'm stoked.
Well, I was going to give the people some much needed advice on how to stay happily married, okay? And I have figured...
I'm so done with you. Why do I have a feeling is... Go on.
I think... oh my gosh, this is dumb. But the 5 ways of keeping your wife happy is very similar to a houseplant, okay?
What?
Just hear me out.
Fuck?
Feed, hydrate, shelter, don't let it get too much sun, and fertilize 3 times a week. Are you trying to tell me? No,
so
think about
dumb.
it though. If you're mad,
you're gonna diminish-
before you get mad
I think
at
the
this.
fertilize 3 times a week is for you.
Yeah, well,
That's
maybe.
for you. That
I
is
don't know.
definitely
Think
for
about
you.
it this way: when you're mad, if I give you a snack, are you
It does
as
help.
mad?
I'm not as mad. I'm
And
less
by
mad.
hydrate, I mean caffeine in the morning and liquor at night.
I don't actually need hydration. Water.
No water.
We don't know her.
I've never put water in that thing, not once. Give her a place to stay.
Yeah,
let it
that's-
be her own. Let her put her roots down. I don't know. It's dumb.
That was stupid.
Not too much sun for sure. At least for mine, if you let it go outside for too long, it comes in very upset. You just gotta keep it in the air conditioning. We live in the South.
I don't I don't
fertilize
do
it
the
3 times a week. As long as, I don't know how to say this part, as long as
What are you even trying to say right now?
as long as she gets hers first, the 3 times a week is actually good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as you make sure that happens.
This was the dumbest thing I've ever come
This
up
is
with.
the stupidest segment I've ever heard. We are off to a really bad start. Nobody is going to watch this podcast. Nobody's going to listen to this.
Well, you gotta try. You try.
I would like to compare my husband. No, we're not just comparing you, but I am going to compare you to this. To like a big, dumb baby. To keep your marriage alive and thriving and happy is to take care of your husband like they're a big, dumb baby. I dress him. I pick out his clothes. Much to my disdain and dismay, by the way. I pick out his clothes. I feed him. I cook I literally serve it to you at the table. I basically put your bib on for you at the table. I clean up his messes, namely his hats all around my house.
She's
We're
not
back on the
even
hats.
oh my
I do
gosh.
everything but wipe your ass. And I think, honestly, that, like, if I could, you'd allow it to happen.
No, I would not.
I do. I think
Listen,
so.
Leslie, you're going too far. All right. If I'm a big dumb baby, you're just a little creepy pedophile. Think about it that way.
You cannot make that joke. Family Guy made that joke.
Family Guy's made every joke. They got like 31 seasons.
I know.
There's no joke that hasn't been on
made
Family
by
Guy.
Seth MacFarlane on Family Guy.
You know what I mean? I really do believe Family Guy's been...
You're going to tell me that I'm wrong, though, that I don't do all that?
No,
that you're not
I
like
am
a
going to
big
be
dumb
honest
baby?
with you. As you were saying it, I was like, yeah. And you dress me, though, not because I can't dress myself.
No.
But because you get mad if I don't wear the right stuff.
No. That's not true. That is not true. That is bold-faced lie. Because there's been times me and Cody are going out on date. We've been going out on date night. And I'm like, I ask you for an opinion on my outfit. You're like, Leslie, I literally don't give a fuck. Just wear whatever you want to wear. And then you're like, if you do not pick out my outfit right now, I am going out of this house in assless chaps. That is your option. Either you pick my outfit out.
No, that only happens.
Or I'm going to look like Adam Sandler.
That only happens after I try to put something on. You're like, no, we're supposed to be going on date night. You're supposed to look good. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought was looking good, but apparently I wasn't.
Cody, if I'm in a dress and heels and you put on the same backwards baseball hat and t-shirt from Target and your one favorite pair of shoes, that's not equivalent.
This is how I do things in life. I get like one pair of shoes at a time. I don't need 5, 10, 15
and it
pairs.
stresses me
I
out
get like
to know
I get one good pair,
No,
maybe
'cause
two.
here's my thing. No,
like
'cause
maybe like a black pair and then like one colored
because
pair.
your logic for this is if I only have one pair of the thing, like I only get one so I don't mess it up, or like I mess it up too fast. Like I don't need more than one. But if you had more than one, the one thing you have wouldn't get worn out as fast.
No, that's not it. I just don't.
Yes.
I'm not good with options. And I like change. I like change.
No, Cody does. He picks a color. Cody picks a color.
I just
palette.
I'll
green.
run with one thing for a while.
How often do you see Cody in the color green, Anthony? Be honest. Every single day.
I'm on the color green because I gotta look. You see
he
these
got
shoes?
Nobody
They're
can see
green,
those.
so now I gotta get green to match the shoes.
Wait, try that again. How high can you lift your foot up?
We're not gonna talk about that. I don't have a lot of flexibility. Okay,
We know.
We'll do it this way.
Just tell her you always look good and move on.
Yeah, Yeah. Wait, who do I tell her? Like tell her she always looks good?
You always look good.
Oh, I do always look good.
It's giving leprechaun chic.
Leprechaun chic? God, I'm gonna have to get a new color. I'm gonna have to go buy a blue pair of shoes.
You had blue shoes. You went through blue phase for a while.
Yeah, and those shoes got worn out, so now I got a different color shoes. I went to green this time. I did black before the blue. You know? I still have a black pair of shoes. I always keep one black pair of shoes because if you do happen to, dress in a different way.
I'm going to give you my hot take right now. I don't like those black Nikes that you bought. Those ones
I know.
every day. I don't like those
I don't
shoes.
like them either, but they feel like slippers. I am so far past fashion. I'm all about comfort now.
That's so unfortunate. That is the most geriatric statement I think you've ever made.
100%. If I could wear Skechers, if you wouldn't throw them away
Cody.
and they were more comfortable, I would.
Cody, I'll buy you some White Walkers right now.
Anthony,
If they're more comfortable, I'm all about
engage.
comfort now, okay?
Anthony, do not engage.
Get him some New Balance 550.
Absolutely.
New Balance
Carlton, shut your
550s.
pie hole. Are you gonna wear the long white dad socks and the
White
jorts
suit
too?
socks,
And jorts.
polo, and the khaki shorts.
No, he needs one of those no. He needs one of those like Old Navy American flag T-shirts
Or
for like 4th of July.
Or nothing.
I don't know. Where did we
God.
go to? How did we get on this? You know what? I feel like I've got a good pair of shoes right now. We could talk
Those
about
are
this.
good shoes.
We could talk about this in 3 to 4 months when I need a new pair of shoes.
They're
And
nice
then we could talk
Jordans.
about what I need to wear.
They're nice.
Right?
I'm gonna let you have it.
All right, let's move into what we're actually supposed to be talking about for this episode, which is kind of like who we are, what we're doing, and how we got to this point in our lives. Okay, let's introduce ourselves to some of the new people who might be listening to this podcast or just don't know that much about us.
Well, we've been married. Well, I'm Leslee and he's Cody. We already talked about that. I don't know.
Yeah,
why
we know
I
that.
made
We're
it
not
so
talking about
weird.
like our names. Like I think they know that much by now. No, more of like how we kind of got to.
How long
where
have we
we're
been
at.
together? 10 years, almost.
I think we're like 10-year anniversary's coming up, right?
August makes
in
not
August,
married,
10 years,
but
not married, but together has been almost 10 years, almost a decade. Got a whole bunch of
kids. We've moved a lot.
Yeah, moved a lot. I guess let's just talk about kind of how the family's comprised.
Comprised.
Is that not a word for that?
No, it is. I was just impressed that you used it.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's constant. Like, yes, but shut up, Anthony. Anthony knows I can't spell it. Okay, no.
Cody's word bank would be limited to like 4 things.
Oh my gosh. If I had to type my words out, yeah, I'm screwed. All right.
Anyway.
We have 5 children at home.
Yep.
We have, starting from the youngest, our 3-year-old, Rory.
Rudy Tootie.
We have our twin 7-year-olds, Ryder and Rowan.
Ryder and Rowan.
And then we have...
my brother and sister live with us.
Yep.
So I have my sister McKinley. She's 12, almost 13. Oh, God. And it feels it. Let me tell you. It's hard out here. It's real hard out here for a pimp. I'm going to be honest.
Good Lord. Let's move on so we don't make McKinley feel bad.
No.
Bryce, who's 17,
is 17.
Who is a beast. Holy cow.
No, McKinley is the best. I love McKinley.
This feels suspiciously like you don't, that you had to come back around.
No.
I pointed it out.
No, because I'm not shitting on her, and McKinley knows that I love her. But me and McKinley sometimes need to put on the boxing gloves. I think that's what just needs to happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think
me and McKinley need to put on the gloves
13,
and just go at it. But
almost,
honestly,
preteen, 12.
Honestly, I'm scared she'd whip my ass.
Oh, she definitely would. She 100%
McKinley would beat my ass.
She's got you by like 30 pounds now.
Yeah, and she's
and
way
it's not
faster
like
than me.
she's just taller, stronger, faster.
Yeah, I can't run away.
No.
No, there's nothing I can do.
No. Yeah, for sure. You're done for.
Which is 100%. Why I haven't tried her yet. Cody's like, just punch her one good time. No, Cody. Why? Because she'll hit me back. And I don't want the smoke on that. That sounds absolutely horrific.
No, I mean, and so we've got 5 kids at home, and we still try to make content every day. Which can be hard. We started
you still
doing
have a full-time
that.
job.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I still have a full-time job.
We're making content, but you work. And a lot of people don't know that. People, I think, just assume that this is what we do full-time, which would be awesome. You know what I mean? I think that's really cool.
If we could get to the point where we could do this full-time,
that'd be exceptional.
Awesome,
I'd love that. I do this full.
Doo-doo.
I do this full-time, but I've been a stay-at-home mom our entire marriage, so I don't have. I mean, I have the kids, but like Aurora starts school in August. Like she'll be going to preschool, so I'll be like we'll be out of that phase of our life, which is
feels
exciting.
Really weird. It feels weird.
It's exciting, but it's also kind of like
because we've been raising kids for 7 years.
My entire 20s has been spent.
Of our marriage, all but the first 9 months.
The first 9 months of our marriage.
9 months of our marriage, we didn't. But she was pregnant, so it's going to be weird.
And we were poor. Oh my.
Yeah,
God.
for sure. Having 8 hours a day, I think, at home for you, where you can focus on doing not only just TikTok, but this and everything else, where you don't have, the kids are at school and you're able to focus. I mean, at some point, it would be amazing to get to where we could do this full time. This is all we do. But
it's coming along well.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we've been making content since. Seriously
making content?
Not just posting on, when we stopped just posting on social media.
I've had a TikTok since 2021 is when I started actually posting on TikTok.
Yeah, but it was just a social media.
It was for shit posting.
You know what I mean?
I was not even remotely thinking about taking TikTok seriously at all.
And I think when we started,
I didn't think it was an option. I was nobody gives.
End of August of last year. we really started taking it serious, right?
Beginning of August.
Beginning of
so
August.
End of July of 2022, I hit 100,000 followers, and that was over a year of like. And again, I had some like viral videos. Like I ended up having some.
Well, that was all I think luck. I mean, a little
most
bit.
of
Like
them were luck.
we weren't.
No, I was not pursuing.
No,
it.
and it was just every now and then, a good video would hit, and we really started to take a look at it. Like Leslie was about to go to work anyways, like get a job, start her career. Because she decided to stay at home and raise our kids. So Rory we were thinking about putting her in pre-K, and Leslie was like, I want to go start my career. And then she started to kind of think about it and realized, that she wanted to do TikTok.
Do this. And I also wasn't quite ready for her to go to school yet. I was still kind of holding on to that and doing this. Once I hit 100,000 followers, because again, it was very inconsistent. Like I was gaining followers very, very sporadically. My view count was garbage, like 99% of the time. Like every now and then I'd have a video that had like 13 million views, and that shit would be wild, and I'd be like, oh my god, yes, I'm an influencer now. No, it doesn't work that way. And people think like you get one viral video and boom, you're like an overnight TikTok star, and it doesn't work that way 99% of the time. Now you do have like these outlying cases of people that like have gained millions of followers in the span of
overnight,
a couple of
literally
months.
like overnight.
And that does happen.
But that isn't something you can replicate.
No, you can't replicate that kind of success. There's nothing you can do, because like you have instances like Alex Earl, love the girl, I think, like, but there's also girls I feel like on TikTok. This is again, I don't want to like shit on her. I think she's absolutely fantastic. Love her content. I think she's cute as a button. But like there's girls on TikTok that are doing stuff that's very, very similar, I feel like, to her. Like the get ready with me's and like that kind of thing, and for some reason she just has it, and like she was able to.
But,
you know what I mean? You can't.
But
replicate,
yeah, I mean, yeah, we know we can't replicate. Nobody can replicate overnight success. No. But what you can do is
Octopus Lover 88 has taken over my For You page. I don't know if you've seen his content.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Octopus Lover 88, he does.
Listen, we're moving on. We're going to spend too much time talking about random TikTok people.
Other TikTokers?
No,
look up his content if you don't know who that is. He's really funny.
But basically, we decided to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And Leslie brought it to me. I say we decided. Leslie brought it to me and says, "What I want to do," and I told her, "If this is what you want to do, let's do it."
I saw there were people with the same following that I had. They were getting consistent views and also making money. You know what I mean? Like actually being able to monetize and get brand deals and that kind of thing that I had no idea about. Like
and I think we took it seriously. Like again, we decided to look at it as a business and as a brand.
Yeah. And
did the deep dive. We did hundreds of hours of research on understanding a lot of it. How did it work? How can we use it? How can you make money on it? How can you make a career out of it? And we came up with a few key points that I think everybody can do. I mean, first and foremost, I want to be really clear. If you're not entertaining in whatever it is you're doing, then you're not going to have a lot of success.
No, and I tell people that all the time. That's not like oh my god, look how funny we are. That's not. But if you just have to have something engaging that people want to watch.
Yeah,
and we happen to find what people want to see from us.
And that's and not what people want to see. It's like whatever you can niche down 100 times, but if you're not making content that's entertaining, it'll never work.
Yeah.
We were able to find a way we could be entertaining, which was just kind of show people about our life and. Do it in a humorous way, which we do in real life. A lot of people that know us have told us this on multiple occasions. Like, oh, I remember when that happened about a story, or oh yeah, you left out some good parts. And it's like, yeah, I mean, this really is a lot, like all the stories and everything we tell. Those are real things. The reactions you see, those are how we really joke with each other. Like that's we really do believe a big part of our relationship is being like best friends, and not because that's what I tell people all the time. Like you hear everybody say, "Oh, my wife's my best friend," or "My husband's my best friend," but I have never had a best friend who I didn't talk shit about and joke around. Not well, I mean not like to other people, but like you're picking fun at them and you're roasting them and you have fun, you joke, you laugh. That is a part of the relationship that I think a lot of people are scared of sometimes when it comes to marriage. Is like, oh, I have to be sweet all the time. It's like, no, I mean,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that people like that are that way. That's just not the dynamic that works for us.
No, I think, I'm not saying not to be sweet, but I think at some point in your relationship, everybody moves on from the honeymoon. That it's just how it is. And when you get to that point, when the honeymoon stage is over, it's more about like, let's do life together. And I don't think there's any way to constantly be walking on eggshells and being nice 24/7.
Were we that way at the beginning?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember that.
I mean, we were definitely always more, like, aggressive, I would say, than some couples. But no, we were definitely... there were things we would not ever consider talking about.
But I almost feel like we're nicer to each other now.
Well, in some ways we are, because we know each other, like so well. Like, you know me as well as anybody, probably better than I know myself, and vice versa. So we can truly make each other happy, because when you know somebody really well, you know what matters to them, you know? Yeah. And so, like, as you progress in your relationship, if you're working toward that stuff, then you're absolutely going to be able to make people happier.
I also know how to press them damn buttons,
boy.
Yeah. On purpose.
But yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, but I mean, but in the end, like I said, it's like... The only difference between, you know, I would say the stage of like the honeymoon and everything, because you're still having sex, you don't want to stop that. That's not one of those things that you want to stop after the honeymoon stage. We're you know, that shouldn't be something that goes away.
No,
you keep that going. That is an important part of it. But the part of it is like when you truly have that comfort. Like you go past the things like, oh, you know, you can be as gross as you want to be in front of them. That on your worst day,
I'm disgusting.
You know, on your worst day, you're still madly in love with them. When you get to that point, it's like you can open up. You can say the things that are funny. You can joke around. You can poke each other a little bit. You could do all those things.
You've literally shaved my coochie hair for me. So, like, I don't think
you went there just right off the bat. Like, let's just go straight. Let me tell you what shaved my coochie. Like, that's the first thing that came to your mind. I mean, hey, by all means.
It's very intimate. Like, that's the most intimate thing I can possibly think of.
I agree.
I was pregnant. I couldn't see.
I have never even considered doing that to somebody else. I was like, I didn't even know it was something you did.
I was pregnant and couldn't see. And I had to tag you in, coach.
Hey, listen. It's perfectly fine with me, because it didn't even bother. Like, back then, it's funny because we think about it now and it's like, oh my gosh, but like back then, we didn't care. Like, it wasn't a big deal, because it was just, hey, you were carrying our children, 2 of them, and
that was brutal too.
It was just what you needed done at the time, and I was willing to do whatever you needed to do.
And you did a hack job.
Well, it was not as easy as you make it out to be.
It was
okay. You also gave me a razor, and you had a freaking forest down there. Like, I needed some weed whackers more than a 5-blade Gillette, you know?
Say that.
You might not have been able to see it, but I mean, I was working. I was like, golly, smacking that razor on the side of the sink a bunch.
Into a bit? Why did I allow this to happen?
No, I mean, but I mean, what we ended up deciding was that this could be a career. You know, making content, goofing off, showing people who we are could be a career for you. And I never thought it would be anything for me.
No.
Honestly,
you are not the social media guy.
No, I hadn't posted on social media before all this for
it's like
4 years, 5 years, something like that.
2018 was like the last time I think you had posted.
I was not an active user
on Instagram. You had Facebook, but you never posted.
Yeah, I mean, it was
not even on my birthday, by the way.
But I didn't post anything ever. You know, it was just I didn't post on social media, and now it's weird still, but I think we've gotten really good at doing it smoothly without it becoming a problem. Like, we don't post our, like, if we fought about something, we're not gonna post about that.
No,
you know?
not like sincerely, not. And if
yeah,
I'm talking
we're
about
like
problems,
actually having, because like don't get me wrong,
like
every marriage has its times where things can be rough.
Or like real problems. Like obviously I like poke fun at him and
I'm going to be honest with you. The closest y'all ever got was right then. Cleaning the room. That's the closest. That's the closest to a real fight we've ever put on the internet. I don't look at me like that. So
throw our shit out there.
Oh, come on.
No, actually, most of the shit that I share, like even if it's like the tiny little stuff, yeah, that's stuff that's happening like in our everyday life. Like he did something to piss me off that day, but that's not like marriage ending anything.
No.
But like anytime we've talked about, I don't even know if we have. But if
we
I
also
ever get
move
into
on from our stuff quick. We get into it, and Anthony can tell you this. Anthony can tell you we will get into it anywhere. Like if something happens, we're gonna deal with it in that moment. We don't go to sleep on anything, and that is something we've always
much to
wanted
our friends'
do.
dismay sometimes. Truly,
Yeah.
it makes Anthony uncomfortable. I think.
Yeah.
Be a nice dinner. And all of a sudden, Cody and Leslie, oh, you're doing this now. You're doing this, okay.
Yeah, but then we're fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5 minutes
We're
of
fine.
uncomfortable
Yeah, you're fine, but it's very uncomfortable.
for everybody else.
Yeah, including the people on the next table's over.
And
We've never
here's
yelled
some
at each
advice
other
though.
like that.
Who gives a shit about anybody else? I mean, that's the thing. Is like my marriage takes precedent over everything.
No. And we don't go out of our way
yeah.
to make people uncomfortable on purpose.
No,
I'm not.
but if it's even one day of having a problem with my wife, so that my friends aren't uncomfortable for a couple minutes, I'm still gonna make them uncomfortable because they're my friends and they understand who we are and they also respect what we're doing because they do know that.
I would not recommend it. Maybe on like a first double date. Maybe don't do that.
Oh yeah, we're not
on,
talking
the
about
first
just
one.
like, hey, you want to go out with us? Let's fight.
No,
But,
we're not going to fight in front of you.
you
We'll
know,
fight in the car on the way home.
The friend group we
instead.
have right now is our family.
No, literally.
Like as much as
1,000%.
any of our other family members, like they are our family. Our kids call them aunt and uncle. I mean that's we have a friend group that is a
they're stuck with me, bitch.
yeah, it's a part of our lives.
When y'all two get into it, almost chime in like, you really gonna let him talk to you that way?
Please do it. Honestly, no. My favorite thing is when Anthony lights Cody up. It is my favorite because Anthony is just the nicest little.
I do believe I'm the one guy who pushes Anthony close to the edge most often.
Cody, you push everybody close to the edge all of the time. You are. I love you. You are not an easy personality.
Oh,
What is your watch
you got a
doing?
light on.
Oh, did you turn your flashlight on?
I somehow turned the flashlight
I
on.
love you and all of your little quirks, but you do not have like an easy personality.
No, I mean
You are not an easy
Well-
like you're easy to be friends with in the fact that like you're down to do like whatever your friends like. Like I'm not that you're a bad friend, but you are at a 10 100% of the time.
Yeah, but and
100% of the time.
I think my friends can like attest to this is that I'm at a 10 and I am honest and I am out there all the time, but I'm also I stay with that energy when they need something or
No,
if they
1,000%.
want to talk. And I mean that's the thing is when I try to be friends with somebody, I don't try to hide who I am in the beginning.
Cody
And if
bullies
they
people into
accept-
being friends with him.
I definitely do that. I definitely will choose and then like you're going to be my friend. And then
Can confirm.
yeah.
No,
Because
Cody
well,
picks-
I am not scared
it's
to
like
ask.
you're like the claw, and you come down and you pick them out, and you're like, I like this one.
Well, I'm not afraid
Putting them
to.
in my
I'm not
pocket.
afraid to put the work in.
Yeah.
He invited me to come to the house like 4 or 5 times before I ever came.
He
Yeah,
won't let up though.
I-
Cody does not quit.
But no, I mean, and
He's
that's
like, I
the
don't want to
thing.
hang out with these freaking weirdos.
He showed up to your house.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
no, Carlton already met your brother. He was like, no, I know what these marlins are about. I don't know that I want any more of them.
and I will say, like I said, but at the same time, when I do find somebody that like I want to put the time in, I will put the time in.
1,000%.
If they like something, I will learn to like it. If they want to do something, I'll do it with them. If they need something, I'm there.
Yeah,
And I'm only like that. But that's the thing is, I'm not like that for a stranger. Like, you better not come to me ask. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, if you have a flat tire, I'll help you change it. But like, I'm not very giving to strangers most of the time. I'm not saying I won't ever.
no.
But
how interested were you in fishing? I'll tell you, not at all.
No.
And guess what? Anthony likes to fish, so Cody has gone fishing now. He's
I
never. Fished.
like it. I have told this to
It's not your
multiple different
passion.
people.
You don't like-
I
but
have
you-
told
but
this
your
to
friend
multiple
likes
different
it.
people. You want to know what I like to do? I like to do what other people like. Because
Sounds
I don't
like
have
you're,
anything.
Sounds like you're a sheep.
Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm a sheep. No, but I don't have anything that I care so much about that I feel like I have to do it.
I think the only thing that
And so I like to do what other people
I think
do.
the only thing I could say that I think you care a lot about that like is your shtick, I think would be like movies. Like you are the movie TV
I
show
consume a ton
guy.
of film content and TV. All right. I really do love TV and movies, like entertainment in that way. I definitely will say, but at the same
You
time,
consume so much
yes.
media.
But I don't expect my friends to have to keep up with that though. Like it's not
No.
something I want to press my friends into. Like if they want to go see a movie, I'll invite them to the movies, and some of my friends like some of it, and others, you know.
I always
different
like going to
types.
movies with you.
Cody is an outlier with the amount of media he consumes at a theater.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, my
Cinemark?
Cinemark app, bro, I get like platinum
Everything.
3 months in. Like, I love going to the movies.
That's
always been our
thing.
thing. Yeah, we love going to the movies. Like, we have been a movie going couple. Like, dinner and a movie is like our favorite go-to date.
And it was just so basic, but it's
Yeah,
just
but it is. We enjoy doing it.
It's my favorite.
Really awesome.
And then we'll leave the movie theater and then we go to Target or Best Buy.
Yeah.
And go walk around, depending on what
it's
the
just
movie is.
easy, it's simple, and
We'll go buy
it makes us happy.
and then go home and we'll debrief the movie and either talk shit about
Actually,
it.
walking around Target, this reminds me, Anthony, I want you to talk about what you had told me earlier about going into a store. Tell everybody what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, so my first world problem today is that I realize that I have to have a chaperone to go into department stores, specifically places like Target, Best Buy, and Walmart.
A chaperone?
A chaperone.
Like your
and
wife?
This could be my wife, it could be a friend, somebody to help control my impulse.
Not Cody, though. Not me.
Not-
I am the worst about it.
Cody is the worst chaperone of the
Cody will be like, buy it.
Yeah,
Buy it now.
and-
You deserve it.
money.
Yeah.
You got it in the bag, do it. No.
No, I feel that too, though, so bad. And it is definitely...
I'm also that friend, which is my me and Cody just
Can you
spend it.
imagine? Like, you think about that. Like, everywhere else in the world, they're worried about putting food on the table, and I have to worry about controlling my impulses to buy random things I don't need.
Yes.
I fully agree. The problem is neither my wife or I are good with money in that way. So
No, worry about the roll.
I like bring Carlton or Kylie.
Oh my god, my sister will make me feel guilty for spending the money. I called Kylie yesterday. We were doing a girls' night last night, right? And she was buying the stuff for the charcuterie board. I was gonna I told her I'd split it with her because stuff get kind of pricey when you're buying fancy meats and cheeses. And I was like, hey, get a block of cream cheese too, and the pepper jelly. She just goes, no, Leslie, I already have 4 different cheeses. I'm not buying it. I go, Kylie, I'll pay for it. Like, it's fine. I'll send you the $5. She said, no, Leslie, it's the principle of the matter. I'm not buying it. It's just a waste.
No, we were.
She ended up buying it, but I was like, I literally had to fight with her.
Last time we went to the dinner and the movies, we met up with Carlton and Kylie right afterward, and we went to Target, and Carlton found something really good on sale.
Yes.
Like, great on sale. Kylie went and grabbed, like, things she needed.
Like razors.
Yeah, like, things like that. They
Deodorant.
met up halfway through, like, the walk, and they both looked, like, we don't need this stuff. Like, what do I... I'm like, what are y'all doing? I'm like, what are you...
Carlton's
you
was
don't-
exactly
like-
where I've been in the store so long and I've held this item for so long that I no longer want it.
And we're not talking about, like, $200 worth of items.
No, this-
we're talking
it was
about
like an action figure that was like
$26
$22
total for everything they were
Literally.
gonna buy. And here's the thing: I'm not saying like they're rich, but they're all right.
Yeah,
I
no.
guarantee they got $26 that they can spend in the bank, but they don't. So that's why if I go walking around, it's great to have them because they will literally like look at you.
Kylie will
and be like,
shame
"What do you
you."
need that for?" And you're like, "I don't know. I'll put it
And
back."
Carlton's
you
like,
know?
no, bro, it's fine. I just think it's dumb.
So I agree, Anthony. That is a.
It's like I go in to get stuff for hamburgers, and the next thing I know, I have SD cards. I've got office supplies.
SD card.
I've got Tupperware. I've got blankets. I've got stuff for snacks, and we have snacks at the house.
And now you have a new
Are you
baby,
like me?
so-
Like it doesn't matter what you go in for. You got to make the whole loop, right?
You have to.
You got to make the loop.
So I don't go
You
in.
got to go around.
I try to abstain from going in these department stores at all costs.
Do you
Oh,
go
so-
look at the baby stuff when you're in there now? Or do you leave that for and just another
Or you
stop
talk
on
about
the-
like curbside pickups or like
Oh yeah.
oh.
That's why we did the grocery pickup for a little bit on on top of the fact that it keeps us from fighting in the grocery store, just doing the grocery store pickup, but it saves money.
If I could have my groceries delivered.
you can.
What?
Oh, about to change his life.
Apparently with Walmart Plus,
You pay $30 a year, free delivery.
free delivery, unlimited delivery for groceries.
Yeah, but how does the produce look?
That's the my.
Well, no, I wouldn't buy produce from it necessarily, but like
But you're missing Anthony's problem. If he goes in for a head of
if he goes
broccoli,
in for a pickle, he's coming out with a TV.
You don't even know how to
I got pissed at Cody the other day. We were in Sam's, and the only thing that I think stopped us from buying this TV, there was a really good deal on the 75-inch TV at Sam's. It was like less than $700. And I was like, that's a steal. But we were in Cody's new car, and it wouldn't fit. And he was like, I could call Anthony. I could call him to come pick it up. And I was like, you could call Anthony. I'm come pick it up.
Because he would have came.
The worst perpetrator is TJ Maxx.
Oh,
gosh.
God.
Nobody goes in TJ Maxx to get one thing.
No, you gotta
You have
go.
a plan.
You don't go into
show
TJ
up
yeah.
and put
And here's the
something in.
problem with like TJ Maxx, I think too, is like even if it's not a good deal, like it's at that store, it's probably a good deal, right?
It's probably a good deal.
You're like, that's probably a good deal. It's TJ Maxx. They don't sell anything at premiums. You might be wrong. I mean, most of the stuff is pretty good deals. But man, every now and then I've come home and I'm like, I got a good deal. And I looked that up and I'm like, ow.
Yeah, I
Could've got that for half off.
I decided recently that I'm a hat person now because my hair is long and I look cute with a hat, not like a mole rat. And so I went to TJ Maxx the other day and I bought 6 hats. I don't need 6 hats. I think I've only worn one of them since buying them all. But damn it, it was a good deal.
This reminds me of one of the
stories.
All of them. This reminds me of one of the stories that we got sent from a fan. Okay, because we asked for people to send us stories we can react to because we think it's fun. I'm gonna read you one from a guy who went to IKEA. All right, so, this is funny. So one of my first dates with my fiance, we went to IKEA, a big furniture warehouse shop. It was it was a super fun day out. Halfway around, they had like a cafe, so we stopped for a bite to eat, and then it was very nice. You know, little did I know, I had trouble brewing. Half an hour later, we're in the queue area waiting to pay, and I feel a growl in my stomach. A deep, guttural growl. I know that meant only one thing. My IBS was kicking off, and shit was about to go down.
Literally.
This massive, monstrous fart erupted out of my butthole and reverberated the warehouse. But it doesn't end there. Long story short, I pooped my pants. The next thing I know, I was sprinting off to try and clean myself up. I reemerged 10 minutes later to see my fiance laughing as I threw my underwear into public trash. Walked over sheepishly. They still laugh about it today.
I've never pooped my pants in public.
Have you ever been to an IKEA though?
No.
Oh my gosh. See, that's the thing is like you that story seems crazy until you go to an IKEA. And when I read that story, having been to an IKEA before, it's like a little city in there, and they're smart. Yeah, they got like a maze you have to get through. You can't just like go in, look, and then like leave.
Why have you never taken me to an IKEA?
Because of this reason. I won't have any money when we leave. Because like you have to go through like everything. And like you're in the middle of like this maze that they make you walk through, there's like a food court. But they don't sell like good food. You know what I mean? Like it's tasty.
They sell the meatball. They sell the meatballs,
it's tasty,
right?
but it's like greasy food, like you know what I mean? And as you keep walking, there's not like bathrooms all over the place. I have literally almost had the same thing happen to me because it's like a 4-hour ordeal to go to IKEA.
You have shit your pants in public though. Before.
Oh yeah, I shit my pants a lot to be honest. Like, I had some real issues with my stomach for a while that we didn't know what it was, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I lost a job.
Because you couldn't stop pooping. This is a real story. Lost a job.
I was shitting my pants so often that they were like, look, you got to go figure out what's wrong with you before you can come back to work. Like, I guess I didn't lose the job, but like I ended up having to quit because I wasn't sure what was going on.
And we did not have insurance.
No, it was rough.
Either.
It was
a really tough spot.
And they thought like, they were like, it's probably cancer. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure.
He does not have cancer. Let's not use this. We're not using this as a clickbaity thing. Cody does not have cancer. Let me make that very clear before.
But they were literally like, they did some tests and they're like, yeah, don't do that. Cody's got cancer. No, but literally it was like, they were like, sounds like you might have stomach cancer. And then they're like, we're just going to run some tests. And I was like, sounds like? What does that mean? And it's a short story. I did not have cancer,
you
but
have Crohn's.
Yeah, and it definitely life changed, diet changed, all sorts of stuff had to change to make that happen. And then I stopped shitting my pants in public. Great days.
They could come in and just, something's wrong.
But cancer is what you're gonna drop on me?
Yeah, let's run a few more tests. But that doctor did not have good bedside manner. There was also an ER doctor, and I had no insurance. Like I don't think they cared. It was just like whatever. And I got rung up like a $30,000 medical bill finding out I didn't have cancer.
We're never gonna pay.
We pay $1 a month.
Have fun.
Hack on that. You don't have to pay.
I have a story. Hold on, I have a story I want to share that somebody sent me. Relationship story. This one's shorter. I was going to go on a first date with this guy, but he canceled at the last minute. I randomly Googled his name, and it turns out he had a criminal record for assault in the first and second degree and had a standoff with the SWAT team.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Could you imagine?
He's a soldier.
Could you imagine
getting the phone call from the guy? Listen, you're never going to believe this shit.
Yeah, like.
Did she work for the CIA?
Does she work for that? She found that quick with a Google search? This guy needs to figure out a way to get that stuff out of the public.
Out of the public eye.
No, that's crazy.
I feel like you'd be able to see that. That's like news story. Like
I'm
you
s-
Google that name, that's like a news story.
Dude,
article.
I'm so glad like I don't have to date anymore.
God.
You know,
could
the
you
stories like that,
imagine?
and I'm like, oh my gosh! Imagine having to try to go find somebody to date right
God.
now. You
and
know?
we're getting older.
Yeah.
So like,
I guess you have to do what Carlton did and just like, you know, randomly decide to bang your best friend's sister. I mean, that's Carlton did it the easy ways. I like the family.
Why are you telling lies to
people.
Did you or did you not be best friends with me and then sleep with my sister?
My sister, technically,
That was
it's
not-
our. That is
Not
not
the
what
exact
happened.
way of
I was
happening.
friends with you 2 years before I ever spoke.
Exactly.
Everybody,
best friends
wait,
with
wait,
me.
wait,
He's not mic'd up yet.
He isn't. I know. We got to.
wait. We gotta
It's
get
all right.
you.
We'll
mic'd.
be okay. They'll be able to hear it. Yeah.
We'll make it work.
Shut up, Anthony. Stop putting logic into this.
We'll caption it. It'll be alright.
It'll be totally fine. We set Carlton and Kylie up.
Draw your own picture of what you look like.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, honestly, I think, you know, we've gave you guys a pretty good, you know, introduction.
I think it was
to
a
us.
fun first episode.
I do. I think it worked out well.
I don't know. I guess we can say it's fun all we want. If it's not people stay.
I hope you guys like it. And if you do like it, and if you got to this point of the show, please follow, subscribe. Keep a
with a
lookout for
friend.
the next episode. We really want to keep this up. I think it's been fun. We
this
enjoy
is
it.
fun.
I hope you guys do.
I think I want to keep doing it even if people don't watch because this is just fun.
I
But
agree.
think people
I
are
mean,
gonna
this
watch.
is just
I
a
think
fun. Yeah, I think so. But I think this is just fun. It's a good outlet. It's a good time. We enjoy it. It's not like we're sitting here and like grinding and be having to hate what we're doing. Like,
I don't
this
know.
has
That
been
setup
fun.
was pretty brutal for these guys over here trying to set this stuff up.
We'll be better at that. We'll get
Yeah,
better.
it'll get better.
Well, thank you guys.
Thanks, y'all. See y'all next time.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like, follow, share. Anything you can do helps get this podcast out there. If you see some of our short form, please comment some of the stuff you liked, share it to some of your friends. If you have an idea or you have something you want us to react to, put it in the comments, DM us, and just thank you guys for being here with us.